All right, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's had a good week in spite of all of the craziness going on. I know that there's been a lot of winter storms and stuff like that going on. Over here in Kentucky, we had 4 seasons in one 16-hour period. But tonight I figured I'm going to be doing something a little different. I've done things like reaction videos, music production videos, and all these other things. And it's been no mystery that for a while I've been wanting to try to do things like make a video game. And here pretty soon, I would like it to come out in the next handful of years, but gotta take things a step at a time. That being said, I think tonight was the night that I was going to try to build a little more about it and then try to see how far I can go with this attempt on it. And I figured I would let you guys in on it all. Before we get into it, there's a couple things that I want to throw out there real quick. First of all, it's a bit of a low stock alert. So with these copies, there's the standard edition and deluxe edition of Beat the Machine, my album that came out in 2021. I am on my last few copies of this album. I only have 2 copies of the standard edition here. So this is one of 2 remaining copies, and they will not be reprinted. I have 3 copies left of this version. Now, the deluxe may be reprinted sometime down the line, but that is what we're dealing with right now. Something I'm also wanting you guys to want to throw out for you guys is, if you pray, be praying for Fyrebrand to go out and be able to play some shows during this year. We know we are not going to be getting the opportunities that we normally do each year, and I think that is providential. I think that's, an opportunity for us to take resources that we normally put towards, a couple regular show opportunities each year, take the time and the resources for that and allocate them elsewhere, getting in front of new people and getting to work with new people and share the gospel and all these other things. So those are some things to throw out there. something I would like to just have on you guys' minds if you ever think about the project. So I'm going to transition over here. Is what you're looking at is the game engine that I'm currently doing. Whoops. This is the game engine that I'm currently doing the game development in. Give me just a minute, because I think application capture. Yeah, here we go. So this is what I'm working with, and hopefully you'll be able to actually see everything going on with this. But this is a little bit of a layout of a first-person shooter I'm working on that's supposed to be a closely connected Fyrebrand video game. And so when I hit preview, it doesn't look like that is showing. Give me a second. There we go. All right, here we go. Now it's working. But this is what I got so far. I got an environment put together, and I'm going to continue to build that. But I've also got some basic components, some movement, 3D camera perspective, and obviously movement. And this, you might notice a little 100 that's down here, or maybe no, it looks like the frame's cutting it off. Let me shrink it down just a little bit so you guys actually see what's going on here. Okay. But there's obviously a little number 100 here. That is for the health of the character, and it just says text over there. But I'm just working on different elements as I go. But like for what I'm doing right now, I am working on, actually, let me rename that, ammo. Work on the base layer. Behaviors. Oh, I'm gonna add the ability to fire a bullet. Advanced properties, max ammo. Let's do 100. Starting ammo. I don't want unlimited ammo. Starting ammo, let's do 50. Whoops. I'm trying to make it to where you also don't need, disable reload. I'm trying to get it to where we currently have. Finally, the John has come back to the live chat. Hey, how you doing, dude? I know I didn't have a lot of chat attendance last week, but that was Super Bowl Sunday, so I can't necessarily say I'm surprised. So how you doing, man? It's good to see you. Good to see you back. I meant to join for the past couple live streams, but something's always gotten in the way. Hey, I get it, man. You know, life gets busy. Let's see. I got the fire bullet function added to it. And then let's see, rotate bullets to match their trajectory. Number of bullets created at once. Yeah, firing arc. I think it just needs to be 1. All right, well, we'll apply that. Then we'll go to the scene. So player. Oh, wait. So, mouse button is pressed, left, and let's see, mouse pointer is locked. Fire bullet. fire bullet from player center. Yeah, center X and player dot center center Y bullet object. Shoot, that's right, I didn't make one. Okay, well, I'll fix that in just a second. Let's see. Let's try 3D spread. I'm not quite sure because this has had a lot of updates to it since I've fiddled around with this. But let's see. We will do that size. And just for the sake of simplicity, we'll just do that, center it, save, and then let's make sure, okay, collision, apply, edit points. We are putting the center and the origin in the same spot. Apply that. Behaviors. Oh, that's funny. It's got the Konami code. Been binge watching Dragon Ball Z lately. I finished through the Cell Saga. Finished watching the movie BoJack Unbound 2. It's a DBZ movie. Yes, I am very familiar with the Dragon Ball Z franchise. I will admit I've fallen off somewhere towards the middle of the Super arc. Or not the super continuity, but I am still very, I'm still very familiar with the Dragon Ball continuity, Z, GT, and like I said, about halfway through the super continuity. I've not followed Daima really much at all. And I've watched just about all of the, I've seen about all of the Dragon Ball Z movies as well. BoJack is pretty good. It does a lot of, it kind of ignores some of the continuity, but a lot of those movies aren't canonical anyway. So yeah, it's just fun if you sit back and don't think too hard about it. Okay, so let's see, behavior. I think this is, because I already set it as a 3D sprite, so I don't really think I have to do anything else to that. Yeah, because it's not firing bullets, it doesn't have health or nothing. Let me just make sure I don't have to, yeah, I don't think I have to put any other 3D characteristics on there, so, so then we'll go back to the bullet towards angle, player dot angle. Okay. And speed, we'll do 1,000 pixels. All right, that is something I'll just try out, and then we'll see. Okay. So that didn't seem to work out. I need to, I'm going to change the, I'm going to edit the bullet real quick. I'm going to change it to something like yellow so it's a little easier to see. I'm ready for all of it, dude. The first season of Dragon Ball Super on Blu-ray. Can't wait to watch GT. The rest of the new ones I'm waiting to come out on Netflix. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And if you don't care, then, you know, like, so just in the same way most of the movies of the Dragon Ball Z continuity are, what is it? The movies kind of ignore continuity, and they don't, because they're not, most of them aren't canonical. Same way is for Dragon Ball GT. It's supposed to be a continuation from Z, but there are some things that just kind of ignore the continuity, and some people are okay with that. Some people are not. It really just depends on if you, like, really, really care about those things. I mean, GT does make for a good, like, I don't know if a what-if type of scenario is the right way to put it, but, I mean, it is a fun little alternative. And so, yeah, we'll just, however you feel about that, it'll, you'll probably enjoy it. Okay, so I'm not seeing a bullet fire. So I'm going to close that out. Mouse pointer is locked. Full of bullet from player. No, oh, okay. At position. Okay. I see. Well, no, it says this is where to create the bullet. Angle of bullet in degrees. Wait a second. Okay, so this is... Are there collision masks? There is... So I basically have them all, the movies, and I researched online where to watch them. They're basically separate mini stories based on the same era. I'm just like, whatever, and I enjoy them. Hey, absolutely, I totally understand. My two favorite soundtracks, absolutely. Cooler's Revenge, I think, probably is one of my favorites out of all of the movies. I also like the Broly trilogy, because there's Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan. That's my favorite out of all of them. Broly's Return is still a really good one, and then but that's also, again, a very fun, but it's also a really fun story as well. Let's see, faces, back face and orientation. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Rotate bullets to match their trajectory. Yeah. Max ammo, start firing variants. Yeah. There's no overheat. Okay. See, and this is where I get a little confused because I haven't messed with this engine in a while. Base layer, rotation, yeah. Edit object. Let's see. Enable texture transparency, rotate bullets to match their trajectory. Yep. Oh yeah, gotta save. So, watch the first one. Not when I should watch the other two, but I'll get there. Oh yeah, absolutely. The only other thing I can think of is, well, maybe just maybe. Okay, the orientation isn't either. Well, and maybe it was because I chose it as a 3D sprite, and maybe it just needed to be a sprite. I'm honestly not sure. Or maybe it needed to be a 3D box. Enable texture transparency. And then let's just we'll activate all the faces. Create with pixel. Let's do yellow, just so it's easy to see. Sorry for everybody that just had their eyes washed out with yellow. Let's see, bullets. All right, so we'll gosh. Front. Hey, how's Caleb? Yeah, we chatted a couple of times, but not much after that. I think he's a cool dude. Yeah, he is a cool dude. He's been doing well. He works for a furniture delivery company, and he's been having pretty consistent hours, and things have been doing pretty well for him on that. And he's been also catching up with a few people that he's been longtime friends with and everything. And he okay, that's good. Okay, we're getting somewhere with this. But Caleb's doing well. He and I are going to be working on getting some things together for potential shows to happen this coming year, and getting a chance to go all over the place, like try to go places that we haven't been before. Because, why the heck not? We'd love to people and share the gospel in non-Christian spaces and everything. And so, I think that's what we're preparing for. And I'm glad I've got somebody like Caleb that I can count on to be consistent and to just work with me on things, and he's got all the enthusiasm in the world for it. I'm really proud of him. Let's see. Let's change that to 15. Set to And we're going to change the size. Let's do 8 by 8. Oh, goodness. Okay. At least I know I've got... at least I know I have... I was changing the right dimensions. Okay, width. Okay, here we go. 8, 8, 8. So that'll just be its native size. All right, let's try this again. We're getting there. I think I need to make the bullets just a little smaller. 4 by 4 by 4. And I think the Z order needs to go to like 10. We're getting there. 5. 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, here we go. Getting somewhere. Now, it's not quite centered. And it's only on what's the... Yay, pixels! Yep! At least this works as a good substitute for a bullet object at this point. It's not going to look all that polished. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to have to fix that. It's not going to look totally polished, but this will be... like this works as good placeholders to get the function done. And then, like, once you have a function, you can, update the cosmetics as you need to. Let's see. Okay, I might need to look at the... I might need to look up... look up a little tip on that for... on a forum. Towards angle. Yep. Let's see. I might need to do return angle variance in degrees applied to each bullet. Layer that bullets are created on, return number shot every time the fire bullet's used. You're probably not going to be able to see it. Like, Ski Paraski, what's up, Caleb? Well, John, since you just mentioned Caleb and everything, here he is. Let's see. Because I'm trying, right now, I am working with trying to get the bullets that are firing from my player to only go in the direction that they're headed. Let's see, so it might be, let's see, let's try the function here. Might need to do I need to actually go angle Angle, angle and degrees of object. Okay, so the function might need to be rotation. Okay, it might need to be not angle, but rotation. 3-box rotation, X plus player dot rotation. Whoop, if I could spell. 3-box rotation Y. So what is the vibe you're wanting to get from what you're making? Well, I'm wanting to have it to where whenever I fire a bullet from my player, that it stays going in one direction instead of changing and going all wobbly whenever the player changes direction. So let's see if this does anything. Not what I'm wanting to do. So I'm gonna close that out and try that again. So rotation X, maybe comma. Maybe times. Let's just see. Nah, that ain't doing it. Let's see if somebody's got a forum. Cause let's see. Gdevelop. Bullet. Fire rotation. Let's see. You can make bullets rotate to match your trajectory by enabling the bullet rotation. This can be done using the enable or disable bullet rotation action. Additionally, you can control the angle variance applied to each bullet. Angle variance action, which allows you to specify the variance in degrees. Fire bullets in the direction the player is facing. You can use fire bullet towards an angle action and then set the angle based on the player's rotation. If you're working on a top-down shooter, you can create the player object. It's an arrow keys. Fire bullets. If you encounter issues with bullets following down due to gravity, you should disable the gravity for the bullets. And as they travel in the intended function. That's just the simple AI generated issue, but let's see. So angle, make something like Time Splitters. I mean, that's a really good game. I've got a handful of ideas of what I want to have this be inspired by, because man, I've got a whole world put together for the world that this game is taking place in, and a lot of it is inspired by, you know, some of the original Doom. Many people who know me know I'm a huge fan of that series. I'm also a huge fan of like the 007 games, particularly the older ones like Nightfire, and the original GoldenEye and everything in between. Yeah, I mean, like those games in particular are a lot of fun to work with, and Quake and so forth. So I've got plans for how exactly I'm going to do this. Like, reminds me of going to community college for video game and simulation design and never doing anything with it. Nice. Well, I'm trying to figure out like what is the proper expression for, because I'm sure you'll go further than me. I was honestly pretty quick to give up. Yeah, like what? So, and this is not something that is too close to the traditional video game design because it's, because this engine G Develop is meant to make game development a little more simple. And instead of doing things like coding, you've got this event sheet here that is 2 columns that essentially are the if-then statements that you go by. Because it's an oversimplification, but that's what coding is. It's a long series of if-then statements that need to, that, I mean, still need to be in the right order and need to make sense. But that makes it to where you can put your you can put your stuff together and walk yourself through the events you want to happen in a very human way. I had to code C++ and Unreal Engine. That's something I could make a level, not a game. Custom level maker on Time Splitters taught me a lot. Dude, yeah, I forgot that they had that. I forgot that they had that function, which was actually pretty cool. Let's see. And I might need to take this event and stick it right here, because I also know that like order matters with GDevelop just like it does with any sort of coding. It was not fun. Programming is not for the faint of heart. Like, I don't know. Hi, Sophie. I don't know C++. I know JavaScript, which is within the same family because both of them are C languages, and that's hard for me to follow much of the time. I'd have to do definitely a lot more practice with it for sure. Let's see here. I'm gonna open that one more time. Then let's see. Okay, times isn't working, but maybe everybody say hi to Sophie. She's wanted to get in everything. It's very similar to JavaScript. Yeah, is it I'm certified in JavaScript, at least on the basics, but it's been a little bit since I've put it in practice. I've been doing a lot more with like HTML and CSS. Everybody said hi to you, Sophie. Let's see. Player. Let's see. Player. Whoops. Here you go, girl. There you go. She's a cute girl. She gets in a lot of stuff. All right, so let's see. Player. Angle. Bullet angle variance. No, that's not it. Player angle. Let's see. And I think within this parentheses, it needs to be rotation X. Parameters not expected in this expression. Remove it or verify that you've. Wait. Okay. Maybe player camera rotation X. Camera angle. Dang. What's with tech nerds and industrial metal? Well, it seems like the worlds come together pretty closely. Player angle, let's see. Player dot rotation. Rotation X. Player dot rotation. Sophie, you're right in the way. No, girl. Okay, that didn't work. Or maybe I need to cut that and then... Dang. I just came to chat. No, absolutely. I'm glad to have you here, John Aaron. Let's see. Let's try player rotation. Rotation X. Player dot rotation Y. Okay, looks like that parameter works. Let's see. Nope, never mind. I'm figuring it out. Let's see, because angle works, but it's only on the x-axis. Yeah, because it's not turning it downward at all. So that's the only thing. And let's see. Maybe there's a maybe there's something on a forum or something like that. First person shooter G develop. Let's see. Okay. A lot of folks are recommending I just do a raycast, which, I mean, you know, that could work too. So let me try to deconstruct that function there. Behaviors, let's take out fire bullet. And let's just, you know, let's just play with that. Add behavior, let's do ray cast. Oh, must be an extension I have to add. Get rid of that, delete. Yep, apply. And then no, Raycaster 3D, I have it. Reinstall. Wait, does this work as a behavior, or is this something I have to have only as a function? It looks like I have to have that as an actual function, not a not as a behavior. Before I mess with that, I'm going to mess around with a little more details on the UI. So let's see, there's this. I'm going to put another piece of text on here. This is going to be the ammo counter. Oh wait, I put that on the base layer. I need to put that on the UI. Now the problem is, okay, so what I might need to do is, well, first I need to save. At the beginning of scene, let's see, variables. Oh wait, this needs to be a global variable. Global variable, ammo, number, and we're gonna do, let's do 50, no, not 500, 50. And then apply. More specifically, I think that actually needs to be, let's do pistol ammo. Because if I'm not going to do a fire bullet function, then I need to then I absolutely need to like recreate all of the what is it? I need to recreate all of the parameters that need to be connected to bullets and ammo, basically. So it's toString of, is it variable? Let's just get the function. Reason structures. Shoot. I don't want like a child variable. I want to variable. Because we need to change. Sorry, let's change this. Take the text object and we need to change it to whatever the variable of pistol. If I could spell pistol ammo. Oh, pardon me, Sophie. Oh, come on. Why can I not find... All right, save. Global variables. Yeah. And it's number. A text? I mean, I imagine that it would have to be a number so it can actually be counted. Well, let's try this one more time. Function to work for because I know I'm able to get... Oh, come on. Oh, here we go. No, never mind. I thought I found it. Text manipulation. Nope. Sprite tile object. Text object. Nope. Dang. Selfie. It's friggin' nomming on the drawstrings. Dang, come on. Maybe. Just maybe. If I change it to a scene variable, then it will actually work. We'll delete this. Continue editing. Apply. Scene variables. Let's do pistol ammo number. We're going to put 50. Apply. And then we're going to change the text of ammo to be not showing up. Oh, change variable value. Oh, variable text does not exist. Okay. Give me a second. Ammo, because that is what we're working with here. Text, set to. Not arrays and structures. We are looking for well, dang, man. I kind of feel like it's better to work with the fire bullet function because it seems like it simplifies it. Because see behaviors, fire bullets, rotate bullets to match their trajectory. We're gonna stick with one bullet created at once. We don't need a we'll deal with reload. And then what we need is apply. So whenever need to make a new event. So when the mouse button is pressed and the mouse pointer lock is in fact locked, fire bullet or player fire bullet towards an angle. Position where we want it from is player dot center x player dot center y and then the angle of bullet in degrees. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I'm looking at a video real quick. Hopefully this video will give me the answer I'm looking for. Okay, we need a trajectory variable. Oh, so this needs to be an object variable. Okay. Learn something new every day. Let's see, and I want to change this to 1 times 1 times 1 because these need to be like small. What everybody have for dinner tonight? Come on, Goral. Tee. Let's see. And I'm gonna set this to 3. I know some of you can't hear what video I'm looking at that's like fixing these, but I am getting I'm hopefully getting the answer that I'm looking for. Sophie hopped. John Aaron, you were saying that you were going through all of the Dragon Ball Z media and everything. What's your favorite saga so far? Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Uh, 3D collision apparently is what I need. My goodness, Sophie's going silly right now. Okay, so condition. Pick nearest object in 3D. Camera, or no, player dot X player dot Y player dot Z add an action, gotta get a bullet, a variable, change variable value, trajectory, set to camera or player dot rotation Y. Let's see. Okay, so we set the variable. Okay, so now we're going to have to take that and subtract from that value based on the bullet trajectory. So for each bullet object, and what we're always going to do is going to add an action, go to bullets. Oh, Z elevation. Okay, hold on. Z elevation was got to. And the value be. Oh wait, we gotta subtract. Variables. Oh, it needs to be object variable. So bullet dot. Oh, here we go. Traj. Okay. Whoops. Okay, here we go. Getting close. Let's see here. We're going to divide that by 2.1. Okay. Let's see, we're getting close here. you might have been off the stream because I know I might have like had the stream hiccup. But John Aaron, if you're still on here, what's been your favorite saga of Dragon Ball Z so far? Sophie, come on, girl. No. Oops. Nice. Silly girl. Getting there. Hold on. Whoops. Minus player 3D object rotation Y times. I don't know if that's the same. Let me try this one more time. Mess with the formula. Camera angle, maybe? No. Because it's alright, player dot just gotta be, where is it? Rotation? Oh, maybe it is. I'm not sure. I'm just kinda doing. Nah, it's not quite working. Let's see. Oh, it needs to be Y, so that's probably why I wasn't doing. Player rotation dot Y. Maybe. Oh, I think I ran out of ammo. Gosh, I'm having a little bit of trouble figuring this out here. shoot. Sophie, you want out? Give me just a second, guys. All right, sorry, I'm back. All right, so let's see, because I'm running out of... Because I'm having some trouble, and it might have to do with the ordering of my events, too. No, because the order of events makes about the same amount. Dang. Because it's not going straight up. Well, while I'm messing around with that, just so this is not something that, so that's not something I'm constantly... Like, I don't want to try to set this thing up and be stuck on... be stuck trying to put something together and not have enough ammo for it. So... ammo, text, we're going to set it to player dot fire bullet ammo quantity. Cool, so now we have actual bullet counter. See, and I would have liked for it to be... I wish it was a little more simpler. Bullet angle, how do I... See, when creating a first-person shooter, a game where bullets should rotate to match the player's trajectory, you can enable bullet rotation using the fire bullets extension. I see I've got that. Rotate bullets to match their trajectory, yeah. But to ensure the bullets fire in the correct direction based on the player's orientation, you can use fire bullets towards angle action. Angle can be determined based on the player's rotation or direction of movement. Additionally, you can use is horizontally flipped condition to check the direction the player is facing and adjust the angle accordingly. If, for example, you want to you can use the angle of the player's object to fire as the firing angle. If the player is horizontally flipped, you can adjust the angle to ensure the bullets fire in that direction. See, I'm trying to get here. See, everybody in the forums are doing stuff that's either top down or (2D) side scroller, and I'm like, that's not what I'm looking at. I'm trying. One guy, hi, how you doing, dude? I'm just figuring some stuff out with some bullet firing trajectory mechanics within this game here. This is G-Develop that I'm using. Yeah, rotate bullets to match their trajectory. But unfortunately, I'm running into some issues with it not understanding the Y, firing along the Y rotation. Now, let's see, I'm going to just change that there. Yeah, so I'm like, it's still just kind of forward unless let's see if anybody else has because again, people are saying, oh, just do a ray cast, but then it's hard to come up with how to like keep track of ammo and everything with this. But ultimately, that might actually end up being the easier thing to go with. So I might need to scrap this function altogether. Apply. And maybe, okay, I think I've got an idea. Pistol. Ammo. Number. We'll put it at 50. And we are going to change, instead of the fire bullet function, I'm going to try to get rid of those. And then I'm going to go to set it to player dot pistol ammo. Here we go. Cool. So we have the ammo counter now. Now we need to set a raycast. Other actions, maybe. Dang, where's this? Device vibration. Shoot. One of the pointer locked. Raycast? It's not showing up, which is odd. I'm gonna save that. Is that extension still in here? Raycaster 3D. Okay. Is it something that gets applied to the player? 3D. Platformer, ellipse movement. Ray? Cast? Huh. Okay, then... Why is it just something that can be done in a condition? Come on. That is weird. None of the Raycaster stuff is showing up. I'm looking at a forum right now. So yeah, the trigger once. Okay, got that. And no rays will be cast unless this left mouse button has been let down. Huh. Okay, so interesting. Setting on a ray is a condition, so I got to use that as a sub event. 3D ray cast. Last cast distance equal to player dot angle. Wait. Oh, wait, okay. Raycast from camera center, okay. Let's just do 2000, just so that we got a number to go with there. So cast away from the camera center, maximum distance of 2000 against the target. From camera center against... Oh, wait, okay, I need something to actually test against. All right, so... I'm going to have to make a quick enemy. Let's see. 3D box. Let's do enable texture transparency. And gosh, for the sake of... I mean, it's going to look janky. I don't care. But what we'll do is we'll do front face, back face. Faces orientation to Z, back face to Y. We're going to choose a file, and we're going to put... I'm pulling up... shoot, where did I put those renderings? I think I put them in music. This is where you get to see my massively disorganized files. Let's see, characters. That's the creeper. Minotaur. I'm surprised that Minotaur didn't get its own. Oh, here we go. It's untitled PNG. Open that just so we got something to work with here. Front face, and I think with the behaviors here we gotta use the 3D billboard. Billboard, standing on Z-axis, and this is supposed to make it to where it's always rotating towards facing the camera. We will rename this Minotaur, put it in here. First we're going to see, okay, where's it at? Corey, what's up? I finally caught you. Keep missing your live stream. Hard look rocks. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Let's see here. Minotaur. Oh, that's not the name. Enable texture transparency. What's the behaviors here? No change. Let's just see. I am still not seeing it. Yeah, boy. All right, so let's put this on the left face as well. Untitled PNG. Let's see if that changes anything. Do I see it? I do not. All right, close this. Well, and I might need to 3D ellipse movement, physics engine, because this will probably also I need 3D physics character, maybe. No, I don't think we need that. Wait a second. Continue. Delete that, and maybe hold on. Maybe, just maybe 3D sprite. Minotaur. Oh no, you know what? I'm gonna get the creeper. Import image. Let's do this one. All right, and then, so what kind of game are you looking to make? I am working on making a first-person shooter inspired by a plethora of games that are more of the classics from the mid to late 90s and early 2000s. I'm being inspired by a lot of in the early Doom series, including Doom 3. The 007 games from GoldenEye up to Nightfire, all of those were phenomenal. Quake, and like some more obscure titles, kind of like Kiss's Psycho Circus and everything like that. Yeah, just a lot of those different ones. I'm not wanting to just stick to one type of influence because I don't want it to be a copy. Obviously, nobody faults you for wearing your influence on your sleeve, but I'd like to make something unique other than just something like a Doom clone. So let's see here. 3D physics character animator. Oof. Hold on. I'm gonna need to mess with that a little bit. Let's just apply that and stick that on here. Whoops. So if that is... Okay, I'm not seeing it. Oh, wait, maybe I need to put it on the... Yeah, that's right, I'm putting it on the wrong layer. That's probably part of it. Alright, take the creeper. Gonna shrink this down to a reasonable size. Whoops. Okay, so what's it look like when we're dealing with a 3D sprite here? For some reason, just not seeing it. So let's mess with some behaviors here. Billboard, rotate the face, the camera, only the front face of the cube should be enabled. Oh, okay. Continue editing, apply. Let me take this out and try this again. So 3D box, only going to enable the front face, which means that the rest of these need to be removed. I knew it. Not too hard to guess that with somebody who's as big of a fan of the series as I am. Let's see. Creeper 3 PNG. Enable texture transparency. We're gonna do this. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do. Let's do 32 by 30. No, actually, I think 100 pixels would just be fine. We'll call this creeper. Apply. And then we're gonna take the behavior of the billboard. So it's always facing the camera. And this time I should be setting it right. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Are you gonna play the new Doom? Sure am. Yeah, I'm gonna play that game, and I mean, I don't think I'll get like the deluxe edition just because that's a little expensive, but I think it's gonna be pretty dang cool, and I think it's gonna be a fun time. Okay, so okay, we're getting somewhere with this. Now, I think what needs to happen? I'm overly pumped for it. It's a good time, man. Let's see. Let's do 150 for the width. Zoom in just a little bit so I can see, because it looks like this might be... This might be indicative of where it needs to be. Okay. Depth. I think the depth needs to be, oh yeah, that's right. I think the depth needs to be, let's see what it does at 50. All right, we're getting somewhere with this. So close window. Width, I'll put at 180. Height, let's do 150. Whoops. Because I want this thing to be pretty tall. So hold on. 180, 230. Oh boy. And then Z order. What do I want with the Z order? Maybe it needs to be negative. Maybe it needs to be negative 100 or something like that. So it's appears to be on the. So it needs to be closer to the floor. Okay. Yeah. We're getting somewhere with this. So let's see, maybe negative 100. Oh, 150. Okay, yeah, okay. Now it looks like it's on the floor here. Cool. I'm heavily debating buying the multi-pack one. Dude, your map's not done, but it looks awesome so far. Thank you. What I'm planning on doing, and what I'm kind of thinking of doing for the levels is like there's gonna be a progression of our main character moving through different places to get to a desired area, to where then it just moves up to being a boss fight. And something I am taking as far as inspiration from Doom, especially even up to the modern games, is like there's not a lot of exposition as you are. There's not a lot of exposition just told to you by characters or otherwise. If you care about what the backstory is and what has happened up to this point, then the lore will be in collectibles, or environmental storytelling to let you know like what's going on outside of the events that you are relegated to, because I'm gonna have to keep things simple for this. And as much as I would like things like as much as I would love things like, you know, cinematic cutscenes and everything, this is gonna have to stay simple in order for me to not just drive myself nuts with all that that's being required of to make something that feels complete. Okay, so texture transparency, behaviors, billboard. Okay, and then now, so now I am testing for so the raycast is going to be testing against Creeper. And then, let's see. I've got like a little tutorial that's kind of telling me some things to work with. Let's see. Another sub event. Let's see. I know you're not able to see what's going on, but this is what's kind of helping me kind of like figure things out with this. Okay, I need a crosshair object, so because that'll help me. That'll help me with actually knowing where the raycast is actually going to fire. So let's see, UI, create a new object. So let's say, we'll say a sprite, create with pixel. Do you have a story for this yet? Yes, I do actually. So I'm going to give a large overview of it. Without trying to not go off on tangents of like, because it's developed to the point where, you know, you tell the overall story, and then you can go into these subplots and everything, and I'm giving an overview without going off on tangents. Kevin Darrow, what's up, bro? Kevin here from Mactown Twins. What's up, dudes? Yeah, Corey's been here in the chat for a little bit. Nice to see you, Kevin. But so the broad overview of the story. So it's good. The story is called Ubermech, and the overall idea of this story is spiritual warfare. And it's it's going to be. I'm Corey and I'm Kevin. We're okay, yeah, just like in your how you guys introduce yourself in the videos. That's awesome. But yeah, the idea of the idea is like it's inspired by the concept of spiritual warfare as we see it in the Bible, but there's also some other like supplementary details that are inspired by biblical adjacent texts like, you know, the Book of Enoch, Tobit, and stuff like that. And, you know, it's meant to, and it's not, the concept definitely is not going to be in your face. Somebody who, like, knows their Bible is definitely going to pick up on the themes that are being told in here. But if somebody who doesn't know the Bible or anything like that watches this, they think they're just going to be like, they're just watching a Terminator-esque type of thing. But so the story of Ubermech is that as society continued to advance and we got into something that kind of looked like a future that we envisioned in like the late 90s or early 2000s, there was a world war that happened like in the 2080s, and it was eventually resolved. And it was something unique about this world war was that there were robotic soldiers that were deployed on the front lines of this, and that were really turned the tides of, you know, the battles that were for the nations that were involved in this. That being said, it was either very expensive or personally devastating, or both, to the nations that were involved in this war. And this made it to where after everything, whenever there had to be basically another Geneva Convention, for the interests of everybody staying stable after this war, it was decided that all of the nations of the world were going to dissolve into one world government. And they were going to end up using the robots that, like basically the robotic veterans as their enforcers. And they also used the soldiers as like a template for a lot of other robots that would be created to fill a lot of roles within civil service. So like police officers, firefighters, EMTs, so on and so forth. Over time, it didn't take long for like the rebooted economy within a digital currency and everything to tank, and for totalitarian rule to start over, to start taking hold. And people, like the people of this new unified nation, to basically fall under a totalitarian government with the robotic veterans as their enforcers. However, there is a fledgling resistance group that is gaining a lot of traction in spite of the factors at play against them. And this group is called the Metanoia. And they have their own parallel society, their own parallel economy, and they have a pretty good system that they leverage that allows them to fight against the corrupt government. But the further they fight, and the deeper the deeper secrets that they learn of what's at play here, the more they find that there's even more factors they're up against. That's more than what they figured they were up against. And turns out the robots that are enforcing this oppressive government's regime they're actually not the tools of a corrupt government. There's a whole nother level of robots that are actually pulling the strings behind the scenes. And the bodies that they have, the artificial intelligence that they have, it mirrors the gods of these ancient societies that we understand are the members of the Lord's council, these angels that defected from Yahweh's rule. And we find out that through decades of deception and influence within, influential positions in societies, they were able to have artificial intelligences created that basically mirror their personalities. So these demons don't possess the robots, but they have AIs that mirror their personalities and their motives to a T. And now, worse yet, they have bodies and able to enact their will out on the earth. And they're so well-resourced, and they're so massive and powerful that they can't take them on head on. So there's a few things that the Metanoia is doing, and a couple different goals that they accomplish in what they're working with right now. Part of it is, of course, one goal they have is just to recruit people and to bring people into the parallel society that the Metanoia has. So that's the first thing. The second goal that they have is to one thing that does give them an advantage is that there are AIs that are good versions of the of what the bad guys are, and these are known as the Agalos, which, if you're savvy in Greek at all, it reads to being like the Greek word for angels, and they allow the Metanoia to have an intel advantage, as well as some tech advantages as well. Any computers that the Agalos are on they're not able to be traced by the government or any of their adversaries. So you have that, but then you also have the fact that the metanoia, if they're going to have any sort of chance against the Ubermech, the rulers that they're going up against, they need to construct bodies for the Agalos, just like what the rulers, the dark powers, have, so that they can match them in combat. But there's another layer of the problem. There's a hive mind that these rulers operate on. And should you destroy the body of a ruling Ubermech, it's not going to actually destroy the AI. They can just back themselves up in the hive mind, or some of them have spare bodies just ready to go. And so it's not going to actually do anything. But if you have there's this program that the Agalos brought with them whenever they approached the metanoia to help them. And it's this program, this directive called the Binary Language Operation Override Directory, otherwise known as BLOOD. And this program is specifically made to destroy all traces of the ruling Ubermech and their artificial intelligences. Now, you could use these on individual rulers, on an individual Ubermech, and erase them from, erase them on an individual basis. But the goal that they'll ultimately, what will ultimately fill the ultimate goal of getting rid of the rulers is going to the hive mind and then bringing the blood directive, the blood program, into the hive mind and destroy them all at once. And so that is the rough overview of what Ubermech would be. And it is, I mean, aside from it also being a aside from it having a lot more to it than just what I gave as an overview, there's a lot of themes to also be included that are just like there's what is it? There's scenarios for some there's some scenarios that are at play with like people that are in the major corporations that are contributors to the Ubermech's rule within the world. And we get to see basically metaphors of what we see in scripture for how the deception of the Lord's enemies, and like how they have effects on us and how they affect us on a broad scale as humanity. Like there's a lot that I put into this that it's just kind of scratching. What I just did was scratch the surface, but this is basically the story that I have at play here. And this is what I'm like trying to bring to life through this video game, and hopefully through some other mediums as well. All right, let's see if how accurate this is. Okay, seems to be fairly accurate. Okay, yeah, that's on the UI. Actually, I want to scale this up just a little bit. I don't know if even that's centered. Oh, wait, that might be out of range. Okay. I'm excited to see how it turns out. It's a great premise. Can't go wrong with the apocalypse. No, yeah, absolutely. That looks amazing so far. Thank you. AI is the start of a downfall. May sound like a joke, but really it is the start. Yeah, if Skynet and anything else has anything to teach us. I can't tell if that's centered up or not. I will have to... Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna set this to like 4,000 because I think the further I can shoot, the better I can tell if okay, yeah. So it looks like that's fairly centered. By the way, you have a lurker. Oh, really? I do, huh? I know I got a creeper. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm glad I was able to... Cool. And that looks like it's about the right width and everything, so... Nice. And then eventually I'll do things like have animations and stuff like that on here, but... Nice. Close window. Send the metanoia after them. Sure will. Because see now, and hopefully, let's see. So again, maybe I can add health. Let's see, starting health. We're going to do 30. Max health 30. Apply. Creeper. Health. New value -5. And then when creeper health points is less than or equal to 0, delete the object. All right. Let's see. Oh, wait. Okay. Maybe add damage. Apply damage to an object. Okay, 5 points of damage. There's no shield or armor, so we don't have to worry about that. All right, let's try this again. Zoop. Okay, cool. I want to rename a character I created, one who was a character of violence and turned into peace. Metanoia is so awesome that you have that as a name for a group. Main on the page, there's 3 of us watching. Third hasn't said anything. And that's okay. They can just kind of hang out if they want to. So I wanted to rename a character I created. One was character of violence turned to peace. Metanoia. So it's awesome that you have that as a name for a group. Yes. So, and there's a handful of applications, but metanoia is so metanoia, at least in the Greek sense, is a it was a word used at one point in time for as a military term, like about face, where you turn and march the other direction that you were going. And you also got to remember, in the context of the New Testament, when Paul is trying to talk to these to a Greek-speaking audience about a concept that is outside of their spirituality and outside of their spiritual compass, he's having to use terms that communicate to them in terms that they understand. And so he commandeers a lot of things there, and what he uses metanoia as a term for repentance, because the idea is that you're supposed to change, you're supposed to turn and go the other direction. And so that was what felt like it was appropriate to use for the name of a group that's trying to resist what is basically representing the spiritual adversaries that we have. And it's crazy to think how far this has gone, because this all started from an idea I had a long time ago, back when I was working on the original Beat the Machine. So it's like a paradigm shift. Yeah, very much so. And this was an idea that I've been developing back in the original Beat the Machine days, like back when like this was being written. The whole reason why I have the reason why I have like robots for the cover art of this is, at the time I knew I wanted the album to be called Beat the Machine, but I didn't know exactly how I wanted the album artwork to go. And I was, in my prayer time, I came across Ephesians 6, verse 11, where it says to put on the full armor of God, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against rulers and authorities and world powers of darkness in heavenly realms. And I thought to myself, you know what else isn't flesh and blood? Robots. And that started, at the very least, like, I wanted to come up with some sort of story that would encapsulate that even more. But before it was nailed down, it still kind of gave a start to the theme for Fyrebrand album covers, where the album covers would have some sort of robotic representation of spiritual truths, like in the Vengeance is Mine album cover. That is based on the scene in Revelation 12 where Michael fights the devil, and the devil is represented as a dragon, the ancient serpent who deceives the nations. And he casts him down from heaven after the child who the woman gave birth to, who would rule the nations, is received into heaven. And that is the inspiration behind the Vengeance is Mine album cover. So even before I kind of nailed down what I wanted to do with the Ubermech story, that was the inspiration for all of my album covers up to this point. So let's see. And let's see. Let's see if I can. Player. Let's go to variables if I can. Let's see. Wait. I think I know what I got. I think I know what I can do. Where are the variables? Change variable value. Yeah, here we go. Pistol ammo, subtract 1. And then can add a condition to where variable value pistol ammo is greater than 0. So that means I can't shoot if the ammo is less than 0. So let's see here. Okay. Didn't take that down. Well, let's see. Cast a ray from the center of the maximum. Okay. Against creeper. Okay, cut that and crap. Never mind. Let's see. Because when that happens, then we need to change the variable pistol ammo, subtracted by 1, and the text is supposed to be player.pistol ammo. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. So do you think you'll have Revelations be an undertone for your game? There will be some references to it, I guess. Definitely, or so at least some inspiration from it. But for one, because this is... I try to keep it to spiritual warfare being the parable here, and I know that ultimately, I mean, Revelation is the end of all spiritual warfare and what it's all leading up to. But one, it's really hard to kind of like tie in all of the events that are happening in Revelation to what is, you know, whether it's, you know, these events are happening now, what's going to happen later, and all these other different things. And plus, it's going to be kind of odd to, that'd be really crickety ground to walk whenever it comes to, like, if I were to do Revelation and, like, I portray the second coming of Jesus and everything, that's going to be a little odd to portray and everything. And so, like, I mean, Jesus is present in this story, yeah, like I said, if you're aware of, like, the blood software, that's basically what is the key to these demonic robots' defeat. And that's the only way that they can be destroyed. And so the, like, underlying message is that the victory of Christ is our victory over the powers of darkness. It's not in our own ability to destroy them. We need his accomplished work in order for that to happen. But it's gonna be yeah, but like things like, but to like follow the script of Revelation is going to be really tough to do. And so there is going to be like this gigantic battle that goes on, because once they figure out, the metanoia figures out where the hive mind is, I mean, they're gonna need the Agalos in bodily form to be able to do combat and to have any sort of chance to infiltrate that thing. But I think I'm just going to kind of leave it at, like, this is a battleground where it feels like this is, like, this could almost be described as, like, this is what happens in the unseen almost on a normal basis. You know, the fight for influence of humanity and, you know, what's going to be allowed and what's not going to be. And I think that will ultimately be what this climactic war-like scene is going to be. But I think that's about as deep as it's going to go on that. Let's see, because let's see. Maybe, okay. Let's see about that. Okay, so that takes care of the... Okay, that takes care of the ammo count. All right, so that's a good amount of progress made for this. Let's see. You should put the Mactown twins as NPCs. Okay, kill them immediately. I don't think I won't have a ton of NPCs in here. A lot of like the people outside of a lot of people outside of our main character here are really going to just kind of be implied, whether either through radio communication or whatever like that. And there's a one time, I think, maybe about halfway through the game where you'll kind of have this hub. Let's see, I'll make this a subway. Cool. Subway underground. But I'm thinking that will be like there will kind of be a hub world where there's a little bit of getting to know the metanoia itself. But that would kind of be like where, you know, you're at a halfway point, you kind of have a breather, and then it's back to the action. Like that gives the player more of a personal connection, in my opinion. Yeah. Because kind of like Doom and 007, you know, it's like the levels are going to kind of be more self-contained, or at least they'll feel that way. Sorry, I got cats scratching around back there. But it's going to feel a little more like the levels will refer to each other. So, like, yes, they will have a sense of progression to them, but the way that you'll select them will be a little more self-contained, which also gives the player the chance to go back to something if they want to, like, search for another secret or something like that, and do it more fluidly than some games do allow you to do. But that would allow for but I think that would allow for, you know, me to make something that feels complete, but also not something that's too complicated. Because when you start to really try to make things really, really interconnected, that starts to get a little that makes things just difficult to keep up with when you're a developer. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hang it up for tonight. Definitely be sure to try and catch the live streams every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, usually from 6 to about 8. And it's a variety of things, but right now we get to see that I'm working on a video game, and that might be a consistent thing that I do, or I might... I might choose something else for next week. Let me know in the comments or in the chat what you would like to see as a regular thing. Oh, it's 6 right now for us. Oh, goodness. Yeah, it's really tough to catch a thing that worked for everybody. Just because, I'm over here in Central Standard Time, closer to the East Coast, but I also have a schedule that requires I wake up pretty early, and therefore I need to go to bed if I'm going to be in any shape to do some work. Awesome, it was great getting to check out your work, bro. I think this game idea is a regular thing, man. The story is captivating. All right. I think that might be something that I do. And I look forward to hanging out more as this thing develops. But yeah, definitely be sure to check this out. And also, thanks again for the MTT song. Works great with what we do. Awesome. So glad you love it, man. But I'm going to go ahead and stop here. And for others that maybe lurking around or whatever like that, not only do I go live every Sunday from 6 Central to 8, but I also, I do somewhat regular uploads every Friday. If you want to support the channel and ultimately the project that I do, go to the links in the description. Fyrebrand.site will be where you can see everything that I do, and consider not only either like buying the music or the merch, but also consider being part of the Fire Tribe on Patreon. For $10 a month, you get to see all of the behind the scenes stuff. You get to see demos in progress, and you'll get all of my digital downloads of all of my past, present, and future albums at no extra cost. And you'll also get to, vote and give feedback on some decisions for some other artistic efforts going forward from here. But thank you guys so much for joining and being part of this. Love you guys. I'm going to go to bed. So until next time, Fyrebrand out.